Moving on to our next story now, Britain's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak on Sunday called the United Kingdom the most successful multi-faith, multi-ethnic democracy while discussing racist comments directed at him. Sunak was referring to comments broadcast by Channel 4 News by a man named as Andrew Parker, a supporter of Nigel Farage's right-wing Reform UK party, calling Sunak a British racial slur for people of South Asian descent.
But in this instance, what was said was deeply inappropriate and racist. And I did it deliberately. I hated doing it.
Did you?
But I thought it was important to say it, to call out what it was. And that's why I did what I did. And I think the vast majority of these people in our country rightly believe that it's not the colour of your skin or your background or your gender that defines who you are. The fact that I'm the first British Asian Prime Minister, as you said at the beginning of the segment, is a wonderful thing, but also it's wonderful that it wasn't a big deal. And that's what's so special about our country. I don't think my story would be possible anywhere else.
And junior doctors in England are on strike with just days to go until the UK general election. They are taking industrial action over pay, disrupting thousands of operations and hospital appointments. Junior doctors seek a 35% pay increase due to years of below inflation pay rises or pay freezes. DD India's Oli Barrett reports from London.
Well, junior doctors' union representatives say that they deserve a 35% pay increase because of years, they say, of below inflation pay rises or even pay freezes. Now, the UK government has said throughout the negotiations with junior doctors that they believe that 35% is too much, that it would be potentially inflationary, and they don't believe that it is a reasonable demand to give into. The union has been criticised for calling this strike in the middle of an election campaign. NHS bosses in England say it's impossible for the government to be involved in negotiations while we are in the final days of an election campaign, and so they say that the strike is harmful, is causing major disruption at a time when there is no way that the government would be able to solve this dispute with the unions. Now, the opposition Labour Party may well be in government within a matter of days, according to all of the polling, but actually Labour say they also would not go ahead with a 35% pay rise for junior doctors. They say that it would have to be significantly lower than that. All of that said, the junior doctors union representatives have sounded a bit more optimistic that with a Labour government in power, if that's what we have after July the 4th, that they might be able to come to some sort of resolution. Labour have criticised the Conservatives for not solving the dispute earlier, but the Conservatives have criticised Labour for claiming that they would be able to solve the dispute without explaining how exactly they would do that, given that they also say they wouldn't want to go ahead with a 35% pay rise. All of this, though, illustrates the kind of difficulties that will face whoever gets into power after July the 4th. Oli Barrett in London reporting for DD India.